Now, the Gambia Red Cross COVID-19 burial team has been stopped from boarding a ferry from Barra on Wednesday. Its Secretary General Alassane Senghor tweeted last evening the team was returning from voluntary service in the North Bank region when they were stopped from boarding the ferry that carries travelers from a 7-mile waterway. Our Makalo has more details of that in this report.
The Gambia Red Cross Society has expressed concern after a burial team was refused boarding a ferry in Barra on Wednesday. Alhassan Senghor, the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, said it is unacceptable for the authorities responsible to have denied a humanitarian service provider from boarding a ferry to Banjul after a burial they have conducted in Barra. The Red Cross burial team has only 2 active pickup vehicles that do collect casualties of COVID-19 to the burial ground. The refusal of letting the team to leave Barra has obstructed other burial services that were to be conducted. Senghor called on authorities to avoid the recurrence of such situation as their mandate is only to serve humanity and to curb the spread of the coronavirus in the country.
We are in an extraordinary situation which requires all Gambians to collaborate to save lives and to prevent the virus from spreading. And the only way we can do that is for all of us to work together. So we've tried, and unsuccessfully the vehicle was left there. Now let's look at the scenario. These volunteers involved in the burial teams, they do wear PPEs, personal protective equipment. This is very hot. There is a time limit to which they can be in those PPEs. So it's not acceptable that they are delayed and they are put aside waiting until they miss the ferry. That's not acceptable. This is a national issue, and we are all trying to serve our people. So therefore, it's not acceptable. I hope this will be the first and the last.
The Red Cross has been the sole voluntary institution responsible for conducting burial rites of COVID-19 related deaths since the outbreak of the virus in the country. The Gambia Red Cross Secretary General Senghor has dismissed allegations that the burial team is collecting money from the families of those who died from the coronavirus. He said the youths are on voluntary service and had not for once collected money from any family.
Videos circulating on WhatsApp, that's totally unfair, uncalled for, okay? Now, let me just, to make a long story short, and be very clear. The Red Cross is a humanitarian organization that is here to complement government efforts. We are helping people, and all the services that we are providing are completely free of charge. We are not asking for a cent from anybody, including commercial entities. When we fumigate offices, when we fumigate houses, when we fumigate markets, when we fumigate other commercial entities, we do it extremely and clearly and squarely free of charge, because we are trying to stop the spread of the virus. So therefore, nobody should expect that the Red Cross or say the Red Cross is charging.
Senghor urged Gambians to stop being in denial and accept the existence of the virus in the country. Only then the country will be able to defeat the coronavirus. The Red Cross burial team and other Red Cross volunteers have, since the emergence of the virus in the country, provided voluntary services to communities and families of COVID-19 victims. For iAfrica TV News, Our Makalu.